What if Prince Eric, trapped by the weight of his royal duties, made a dangerous pact with the sea witch Ursula? Would this deal grant him the freedom he craved, or would it plunge him into a world far darker than he ever imagined? For years, Eric's life had been defined by responsibility. Every moment was planned, every step guided by tradition. His heart yearned for adventure beyond the castle walls, a chance to see the world and find his own destiny. But those dreams felt impossible as the weight of his crown grew heavier with each passing day. One night, unable to bear the confines of his life, Eric found solace on the beach. The ocean's waves whispered promises of freedom. "If only I could leave this all behind," he said aloud, his words lost in the wind. It was a wish born of desperation, one that unknowingly summoned a listener. The sea shimmered unnaturally, and from its depths rose Ursula, her dark silhouette illuminated by the moon. "Oh, my dear prince," she cooed, "your wish needn't remain a dream. I can offer you escape, a new life beneath the waves, for a small price." Her grin widened as she held out a hand, her sharp nails gleaming. "A single strand of hair is all I require." Eric hesitated, his heart pounding. He knew of the old tales, of the dangers of dealing with the sea witch. But the promise of freedom was too tempting. With a trembling hand, he agreed, sealing his fate. The transformation was immediate. Where legs once carried him, a powerful tail now propelled him through the water. As Eric looked around, he found himself surrounded by a dazzling city. Atlantica. Towers of coral and pearl rose high above, teeming with vibrant life. It was a world he could never have imagined, a dream come true. Or so he thought. Back on land, Ursula wasted no time. With the strand of Eric's hair, she transformed herself into a perfect likeness of the prince. Her plan was clear: to rule both the human world and the sea. As Eric marveled at his new world, he remained unaware of the chaos brewing above. As Eric wandered Atlantica, unsure of what to do next, he encountered a fiery-haired mermaid. Ariel was exploring a shipwreck, her eyes lighting up as she uncovered treasures from the human world. Fascinated, Eric approached cautiously. "Who are you?" Ariel asked, her curiosity piqued by the unfamiliar merman. Eric hesitated. He couldn't reveal his true origins, not yet. "Just someone new to these waters," he replied, hoping she wouldn't press further. But Ariel, ever the adventurer, invited him to explore with her, sparking the beginning of an unlikely friendship. Days turned into weeks, and Eric found himself drawn to Ariel's zest for life. Together, they explored sunken ruins, chased schools of fish, and shared stories of their dreams. Ariel spoke of her fascination with the human world, while Eric remained guarded, his heart torn between his growing affection for her and the secrets he kept hidden. Despite the wonders of Atlantica, Eric couldn't shake his concern for his kingdom. One day, he swam to the surface, hoping to catch a glimpse of his home. But what he saw sent a chill down his spine. A towering wall now surrounded the castle, cutting it off from the outside world. Something was terribly wrong. Determined to uncover the truth, Eric found Grimsby on a secluded beach one night. At first, the old advisor didn't recognize him. "Grimsby, it's me, Eric," he pleaded, his voice breaking. Grimsby stared in disbelief but listened as Eric explained everything: the deal with Ursula, the transformation, and the blockade around the castle. As the truth sank in, Grimsby revealed the extent of Ursula's deception. "She's using your likeness to consolidate power," he said, "and it's only a matter of time before she turns her attention to Atlantica." With the weight of Grimsby's words hanging heavy on his heart, Eric knew he couldn't face Ursula alone. He turned to Ariel, his only ally in this strange new world. Reluctantly, he revealed the truth about his past, his human life, his kingdom, and the deal with Ursula. Ariel, though shocked, didn't hesitate. "We need to tell my father," she said. "He'll know what to do." Together, they swam toward the grand palace of King Triton, hoping to enlist his help before it was too late. King Triton was not easily swayed. At first, he regarded Eric with suspicion, his powerful trident shimmering in his grip, but Ariel's impassioned plea softened his stance. "Triton," Eric said, his voice steady despite his nerves. "Ursula is using my identity to destroy everything I care about, on land and in the sea. I need your help to set things right." After a tense silence, Triton nodded. "If what you say is true, then we must act swiftly. But know this, young prince, dealing with Ursula again will not come without risk." The palace buzzed with activity as preparations for a confrontation with Ursula began. Triton rallied his forces while Ariel and Eric devised a plan. Eric couldn't shake the guilt weighing on him. His reckless deal had caused all of this. But Ariel's unwavering support gave him hope. "We'll face her together," Ariel said, her voice firm. Eric nodded, drawing strength from her determination. The confrontation was inevitable. Eric and Ariel, accompanied by Triton and his forces, entered Ursula's dark lair. The sea witch greeted them with a sinister laugh, her tentacles writhing ominously. "Ah, the prince returns," she sneered, holding up the strand of hair. "Enjoying your freedom, are we? Or have you realized how little it was worth?" Eric stepped forward, his voice steady. "I've come to take back what you stole. My life and my kingdom." Ursula's laughter echoed through the chamber. "Oh, but you see, I've already won." The lair erupted into chaos as Triton unleashed the full force of his trident. Ursula retaliated with her own dark magic, her tentacles lashing out at anything in their path. Eric and Ariel worked together, dodging attacks and searching for a way to disrupt Ursula's power. Eric's eyes fell on the glowing strand of hair, the source of Ursula's spell. "We need to destroy that," he shouted to Ariel. Together, they swam toward it, narrowly avoiding Ursula's thrashing tentacles. Ariel seized the strand of hair, its glow pulsing in her hands. With a cry, she crushed it, the magic dissipating in a burst of light. Ursula let out a piercing scream as her powers began to wane. Triton took the opportunity to strike, his trident's beam enveloping the sea witch. With one final roar, Ursula was defeated, her dark form sinking into the abyss. As the waters settled, Triton turned to Eric. "You've proven your courage," he said. "But now you must decide. Do you wish to return to the human world or remain here in Atlantica?" Eric hesitated, his gaze shifting to Ariel. "I can't abandon my kingdom," he said finally. Triton nodded and raised his trident, its light enveloping Eric. In an instant, his tail was gone, replaced by legs once more. Eric and Ariel stood together on the shore, the ocean breeze carrying unspoken words between them. "You'll always have a place in my heart," Eric said, his voice thick with emotion. Ariel smiled sadly, watching as Eric walked back toward his kingdom, his silhouette fading into the distance. Back in his kingdom, Eric was greeted with open arms. He vowed to rule with the wisdom he had gained from his time under the sea. Though his heart ached for Ariel, he found solace in the knowledge that he had made the right choice for himself and his people. Far away, Ariel sat on a rock, the setting sun casting a golden glow over the ocean. Though her heart longed for Eric, she knew their story wasn't over. "Someday," she whispered to herself, "our worlds will find a way to come together." And with that, the sea and the shore began a new chapter, forever connected by their shared tale. Did you enjoy this reimagining of Eric's story? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more enchanting tales from Fairy Tale HQ. Who knows what twists and turns await in our next adventure?